Greetings, music lovers. Welcome to another episode of the Raaga Room with Deepa Joshi. The arts develops ways of thinking that can be non-linear and visual rather than verbal. In addition to the role of the arts in fostering creative thinking, the arts gives us a venue for dealing with complexities and ambiguities of human existence, helping to build a bridge between diverse cultures and experiences. Art allows us to share our feelings and emotions in ways that make sense to us and sometimes the world. Through art, your ideas take shape and can raise emotions in other people. Art expresses what words cannot express and brings ideas and concepts to life. So, why is art so creative? It pulls our mind into a different point in time, a different location, or story, or existence. Perhaps that's what makes art so unique and valuable when it comes to creative inspiration. Art gives us a picture we can walk into any time to see things differently. Creativity is ignited from our imagination, which comes from aspects such as interpretation and deep thoughts. What kind of music inspires creativity? It is said that classical music tends to rank highly for positive and energetic qualities. We are here today to meet one such creative soul who is the ninth generation member of the legendary Sikhar Gharana, Imran Khan, a sitarist, composer, and an international musician. Rich in ideas and constantly working to create something beautiful, Imran Khan also hosts a delightful retreat for art lovers across the world. Without further ado, let's meet Imran Khan. Imran Khan belongs to the famous lineage of the Sikhar Gharana that has given many stalwarts to Indian classical music. He was born in Jodhpur and is the ninth generation of Sikhar Gharana. He started his training in sitar at the age of 6 under the tutelage of his grandfather, Ustad Gulab Khan Sahab, who is both a highly acknowledged sarangi player and vocalist of his time. He has also taken training from his father, Ustad Niyaz Ahmad Khan Sahab, who is a famous sitar player and an A-grade staff artist at All India Radio, Jodhpur, Rajasthan. Additionally, Imran has also taken training from his uncles, the world-famous renowned sarangi player and vocalist, Ustad Sultan Khan, who was a part of Beatles, George Harrison and Pandit Ravi Shankar's group Dark Horse, and also Ustad Nasir Khan, who is also a sitar player. Imran Khan gave his first solo performance at the age of 12 in the Youth Festival of All India Radio, and since then has been taking his music to concerts and festivals all over India and abroad. He has given performances in countries like Germany, France, Belgium, Holland, Thailand, Cambodia, Malaysia, and Laos, among many other. He won first position and scholarship for 2 years in a competition organized by Rajasthan Sangeet Natak Academy. With years of hard work, thoughtful creative analysis, and dedication, he has developed a unique style that is distinguished for its fine sense of sur and lay performances. He has been fortunate to share the stage with his uncle, late Ustad Sultan Khan, and tour with him for 22 concerts in different cities of India. He has had the honor of performing with great vocalist Ustad Rashid Khan, the versatile singer Shankar Mahadevan, Ghazal Maestro Talat Aziz, melodious artists Richa Sharma and Madhushri Bhattacharya, and also international artists like Mr. Woodnote and Eva Lazares. Beyond classical music artist, he equally excels in light music and has played for films like Mr. Hot and Mr. Cool, Utsav, and played for Zubin Garg's album Ya Ali, fame from film Gangster, amongst other albums of fusion and pop music. He was also a part of MTV Coke Studio series in India, collaborating with the famous Bollywood singer Shan. Additionally, he has worked for Bollywood actor Akshay Kumar's Thumbs Up Cola advertisement. National and international musician. Imran Khan has performed at many concerts and musical festivals throughout India and abroad, and at various prestigious venues like Nehru Centre Mumbai, NCPA Mumbai, Bharat Bhavan at Bhopal, Kamani Auditorium Delhi. He has also performed for Prince Charles at his visit to Jodhpur, Mehrangarh Fort, Rajasthan, Kuala Lumpur Music Festival in Istana Budaya National Theatre in Malaysia. Imran is also a composer, having several albums to his credit. He has worked for his uncle, the late Ustad Sultan Khan Sahab's last album, The Legacy, and his own Khwaja Sahib, released by India's biggest music label, T-Series, with songs rendered by some of India's most famous singers, namely Rekha Bharadwaj, Krishna Berua, Parthiv Goel, Kalpana Patori, Ali Abbas, amongst others. Among many of his creative offerings, Imran Khan hosts the prestigious Raaga Taala Retreat. This retreat is conducted annually in Jodhpur, where the who's who of the artist community meet to savor the magic of music and dance. Wouldn't it be lovely to hear about all of this from Imran Khan himself? It is with great pleasure that I invite Imran Khan to the Raaga Room. Hello, Imran Bhai. Thank you so very much for coming to the Raaga Room. Really a great honor to have you on my show.
Namaste. Thank you so much, Deepaji. It's a pleasure for me, and thank you for inviting me, and thank you for having me here. And
you're always a busy person. You always have so many things going around. Like I can imagine you as the center person, and then you have like this 20 things circling around you. And right now, too, you're in a tour in Europe. I believe that you're in France right now. So even more grateful that in your busy schedule, while you're away, you still made time. So, I'm glad that we're able to do this.
No, thank you so much. Yes, right now I'm in France on a Europe tour right now. And yeah, I always like to keep doing things, keep learning, keep exploring new ways and new possibilities, new music. So that's keep me always on the wheels to keep going on.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a pleasure for me to hear, and of course it's a not a today it's a free day, so I'm so glad that we're talking.
Glad. Imran Bhai, to just begin with, you, as we mentioned, you wear multiple hats. You are a sitar player. You're also a member of the Sikhar Gharana ensemble. You're a singer, composer. Among so many things that you do, what is the essence of Imran Khan?
Oh, that's a tough question, but
I'm sorry.
I think I just try to, to do and learn different things, and of course, my first thing was I'm a sitar player. Of course, that was what I have been recognized as, and that's what I have been performing from several years. And so I, just a musician, and I will say a explorer. I would like, I'm always curious to know more about ragas, or the world music, or about the instruments, and I will say that the universe have blessed me that I can also compose a little bit, and so So yeah, you can say I'm a sitar player, composer, and for singer, yeah, a little bit sometimes in concerts, and so yeah, and also I've been writing poetry. I didn't portray myself as like a poet, but yeah, I wrote all my songs plus some poetry also.
I
So yeah,
have
yes,
I have read your poetry, and I have to say that it's very heartfelt, and the way you compose it comes from a place deep within. And as you were talking about universe and exploration, I guess the more we self-reflect, the more we set off on a journey that becomes our own and shows us so many dimensions, which when we start, we don't even know that we are going in that direction. And suddenly we are faced with so many beautiful possibilities as we travel along.
indeed, indeed, life is all about journey. It's not about destination. When I was a kid, my grandfather used to tell me, keep walking. I was small, I don't know, understand, because in small, uh, you are young and you want to achieve things, and you want to do things as fast as possible. And so my grandfather used to tell me, like, uh, just walk, don't run. If you run, you might fall, but if you walk, today or tomorrow you will reach to the destination. So keep walking. So now that's what I'm doing. Keep exploring and learning, and so this is what life is all about.
Yes. As you were talking about it, those are the words of wisdom, right? That comes from our ancestors, and we learn so much from it. And I was just thinking about it, like coming from such a celebrated family, and you come growing up in such a rich, robust cultural lineage, automatically and organically brings with it the aura, the education, a wavelength where you actually connect with. And to top it all, your lineage is celebrated for playing one of the nicest instruments and sarangi. And only the people who experience that music will understand the pathos that it brings along uh, with it. And growing up in a family like that, you're surrounded by musicians, you're surrounded by so much wealth of wisdom, music, knowledge. What was your growing up like, and what kind of influences did it have on your mind?
So you are right that our gharana, our was is popular for sarangi also, and I will say that sitar is also there from last four generations, but sarangi was there from much older. And so the growing up is like, it's uh, I opened my eyes and I surrounded myself with the music and the great musicians, 24/7, just music. Everybody in my family is like musicians, my cousins, my uncles, uh, grandfather, father. So touchwood, I consider myself very lucky that I born in such a lineage and such a family, that, and I get to learn from the best. And so, whatever I am today is because of my family and the teaching and the music I have learned from them. And to be honest, it was, I tell you one incident, with my grandfather. I was very small, like 6, 7 year old. And one day my grandfather was teaching me, and like, you know, and he asked me, "Oh, you learning now sitar?" you know, you are starting, and so tell me what you're gonna do with after being a musician, or if you choosing this as a profession. And I was a kid, like 7, 8 year old, like, and I was like, I thought, everybody is like playing music, and they go and to concerts, earn money, and that kind of. And I innocently say, oh, okay, I will also do concerts, earn money. And he was like laughing on me, and he asked, he told me like, you know, there are thousand other ways to earn money. Uh, so if I'm teaching you something, there's a purpose behind it. I was very small. I don't know what he's talking about. So, but I remember this because after that we talk about it several times, and he told me that this is a responsibility I'm giving you to take this tradition, this music, to the next generation. I've got this responsibility, and all our ancestors were doing this, and now I'm giving you this responsibility. So you can be a businessman, you can be a great educator or whatever you want, and earn money. Probably you earn better, you know. But if you want to learn this, then you have to promise me that you will stick to it and you will take it to the next generation. So that kind of serious things we get to know in the um, beginning of the learning process. And I didn't understood very well that, but now I know what he was talking about. So that's how that kind of environment in the house, like morning, उठे तो सुबह चलो भैरव शुरू हो जाओ, ये ताल ले लो, ये like दोपहर हो गई तो चलो आ जाओ सारंग बजाते हैं, ये करते हैं, शाम हो गई तो शाम के राग ले लो, रात हो गई. So there's, and also it's so lot of our, so I used to see father playing, and people admiring, and I was like, and but then as a kid you want to play, no, you want to go out and play, and it's sitar and this kind of instruments, it's very tough to play also because it's cut your finger, you have to develop the callus to, you get used to it, and this, and so but they were like strict to us, like, no, 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 you play 2 hours, means to you play 2 hours, and then you do whatever you want to do. So बहुत डांट भी खाई है, दादाजी की छड़ी भी खाई है, और तो इस तरह से सब बचपन गुजरा. और but hopes high थे, because people look at us, like even for example, we used to go in competition to play, and people like coming, and they don't come from any background, like they just started, or their parents are very keen to make them, people appreciating, and same age we playing, and if we play little like uh, like this less, they always like, Are, you come from such a family and you playing like this, shame on you, like so it's like, so the expectation are so high that you have to work hard, otherwise because people have always they will not accept you. So to coming from musicians family to the lineage, have a more responsibility than, like like a someone come and newly guy playing, the people will say, okay, he's learning, doing. But with us it's like, oh, he's son of that, he's nephew of that, or his grandson of, or he's what he's doing, like so then I realize, okay, we have to play at least on some standards, otherwise people will always talk bad about us. So it's a responsibility, and I'm doing my best to learn more and to improve myself. So I hope I can at least keep uh, the name and the repertoire what they have built. So
You're so right about that, actually. I mean, for somebody who's very new, who comes very from not with a musical background, it's so much easy for them to be noticed or identified, and they'll say, oh, he did such a good job. But the minute somebody from a background comes, they will automatically draw parallels between, the dad was playing like that, but he has, so that responsibility is so high that you have to do your best all the time, and even to stick to the framework of your gharana, your style, and everything. You'll be put under such a magnifying glass all the time, isn't it?
of course, and to be honest, it's not like it's like a you got the uh, everything from your like a jewel or a property from your ancestor, that grandfather is dying or father is dying and he handed over me the diamond.
Inheritance. Yeah, yeah.
This is for you. You take it and just keep it in your custody.
No,
You know,
no,
it's
no.
it's a karat vidya. We
You have
say
to
in
earn
Hindi,
it. Yes.
whoever do it, it will come to them. No matter if you born in any musician's family or you come from which background, where. So it's like a tapasya. You have to do it. There's no shortcut for it. So it's okay if you're born in like this kind of family, or if you're born in a gharana or something. You got the teacher in your home, so your struggle is little less. But of course, as I said, the expectations are more higher, and it comes to whoever do it. It's not necessary that it will only come to the people who have been carrying it for generations.
That is true. Um, Again, you're from Rajasthan, and coming from the magical land of the Yellow Land, there is so much of history in Rajasthan, and even the music, the art forms itself. There are so many indigenous folk art forms, and the Mand music, and several other. So, when you compose, what inspires you, and has this whole landscape of being in a place like Rajasthan and to absorb those kind of flavors, does it inspire your music, or how do you incorporate it, and what essentially drives you to composing music?
Of course, so this land, in Rajasthan, in Hindi we have this phrase of saying कि वहाँ की तो मिट्टी भी सुरीली है, क्योंकि राजस्थान का ऐसा है कि I think there was a there is a rich culture, heritage, lot of tradition, and Rajasthan. Raj means king, Stan means the place of the kings. So there are like many kings in every 200-300 kilometers. There are like kings and kingdoms, and they all used to have musicians, because it's like you have it's necessary to have like a your own pandit or ustadjis in your in-house, like a kingdom who sing for you. So there are a lot of gharanas and lot of people, nice, wonderful musicians have come from there. Like so always like there's. I believe that this land has something magical in it, because it's not because I'm coming from there. You see, there are still thousands of folk musicians, maybe in lakhs. Folk musicians are still there. They're following traditions, and now the Rajasthani folk music is in on the world map scene. You often find the essence of these folk musicians in either you talk about world music or Bollywood or fusion or whatever. They are everywhere. So because it's such rich, and of course there's a particular style. This, and So for example, right now, what folk music is like, they you think like most of the people think like the folk music of Rajasthan is all about this fast beat and dancing, and that nice grooves, and they playing khartal, and uh, like a body moving music that's there. But there's much more than that, especially there's a Mand Gaiki, which is uh, so Mand, you guys, this Langa Manganias, they're doing, that's a one kind of folk music, which is like a more I will say more towards light, more uh, towards fast, and more like a not too much into the rhythm cycles, or the ragas, or that kind of stuff. Like, but there's a Man Gaiki which is purely with like in very very refined form, which is totally inspired through ragas, and uh, this rhythm cycles, like there's this typical rhythm cycles which 14/6, which is like very slow, like kind of jhumra, like, which is like classical vilambit kind of, and they're singing folk music in that kind of rhythm cycles.
Wow.
So that's a little which is there, but not as popular as what these Langa Manganias have done, because it's more energetic, it's more like fast and more easy to understand, and it makes you feel move. So like, for example, I will give an example of Ustad Mehndi Hasan Khan Sahab. So Mehndi Hasan Khan Sahab is like he's a ghazal singer, but a lot of his gaiki is that Man gaiki of Rajasthan, which is uh, you know uh, which is that which stays in raga, which stays in like a like slow 14 beats, 7 beats, 6 beats, dadra or whatever, and purely you can sing one composition for 30 minutes, 40 minutes. So that's how this ghazal gaiki developed of Ustad Mehdi Hasan Khan Sahab. He comes from Rajasthan, of course. After the uh, partition, he was in Pakistan. So that's kind of gaiki that's also exists in Rajasthan, and there are like fantastic singers, who have been singing. And so so like my uncle Ustad Sultan Khan Sahab, he did a lot of like he explored and he popularized many folk compositions of Rajasthan. He was singing in the concert, after the raga something. So he always tried to put Rajasthani compositions, which have such a nice poetry, such a nice, melodies, and different. So of course, it was a lot of influence in our music. So, and since it's a homegrown thing, so we are blessed to also learn this and explore this. And I'm working on few things which is I'm trying to develop as a like this kind of uh, folk music, which is like uh, with more slow and deep, and more like a in a more refined way than the just dancing or the light kind of music. So
Wow. I mean, just as you like put yourself on a visual journey, you just think about it and get so mesmerized. That is so great. Imran Bhai, artists are devotees of beauty. We see beauty in everything, in nature, in music, in paintings. Different things inspire us. And once you're a creative person, you are a creative person. And among so many things that you do, one of the things that I would love to bring our viewers' attention is, which brought to my attention, and I was really very surprised very pleasantly when I saw it, was your Raaga Taala retreat. So, as you are aware, we had this conversation with Sanjuji, our dear Sanjuji. I mean, I have so much respect for him. So I saw his video where he was in this retreat and giving a lecture, I think. And I was like, oh my God, what a beautiful place this is. And that's how I came to know the Raaga Taala retreat, a place where everybody should go to for some kind of self-reflection, the place where any artist must be, musician, dancer. What a nice concept. So do tell us about the Raaga Taala retreat. What do you do, and how, first of all, I'd like to know how you conceptualized it. I have so many questions. And what happens there? What is offered to people? A very exciting concept. Do share, please.
Thank you so much for all these nice words, and I often get this compliments for Raaga Taala Retreat. Actually, Raaga Taala Retreat is, I will say, it's like my like it's me.
Even if you had not said that, I got that from you.
So Raaga Taala Retreat is me, like, it's my taste, like, So, of course, there's classical music, which I grown up and I have doing this. Then I'm very, fascinated with the history, the culture, second. And then, comes from this historical land. There's so much of forts and monuments and so much of culture, so much of color, so much of vibrations, like, it's resonant in you. So what, so, you, and there are a lot of people, like I've been doing playing in festivals, visiting different festivals, this and that. So I wanted to create something different, which, which is like telling people that, okay, I like this, would you like to explore this? Come watch this also, we have this also, and I admire this also, can you come and look at it? So this is how, and so Raaga Taala Retreat is just a concept come to me, that first I wanted to just do a retreat where, like, people come and learn music. So, but then, it was just an idea, and then actually it's a dream which I have seen long time back, and now which is a reality, that the artist, the creative people, the artistic soul go and stay together for few days, like this 1 week retreat, and they share this learning process. They stay, like, in olden times, if you go to the gurus, like, people used to live in the house of the guru and serving them and learning for years. So now it's like fast time, so people Zoom in and learning online. Don't care, like, meeting that, if they ever meet in years to their gurus, or so that kind of life. So to bring them together, and like, to give them this experience of not just learning, being, sitting with your guru, or being experiencing different things. It's not just like, this hour I will teach, so you're learning in this hour, and then okay, bye, see you next time. So you learn, talk, and then you admire, and you experience different things from your gurus, and the atmosphere you live with them for day and night for 7 days, and it's a different way of getting connected to the art, and the artist, and the guru you're learning from. So and this is, then I wanted to, like, I do it in a Jodhpur. So I wanted to show them my city. So we incorporated, like, okay, so they should see the best of city, which I like to see. It's like, uh, I want to show them from my eyes that how I look at Jodhpur. No, not all the touristic stuff, of course. So I plan this, like, excursions where people go and see what I would like to go and see as a local, or which I feel like, oh, this is nice in Jodhpur. And of course, then we got a really nice fort, which is, I think, 2 3. So where, so because we got this nice venue, which is like from 18th century, I think, or 19th century, 18th century, the fort which is built, and it was like a from the family of Maharaja of Jodhpur, and now it's converted into a hotel. So I got, I explored this place, which is like a little outside from Jodhpur, which is like 30 35 kilometers outside, in outskirts of Jodhpur, and they have like a place, like rooms to stay, and it's a castle, it's a fort. So you're staying 7 days in the heritage property. You're learning from the best. So we have Pandit Sanju Sahai ji for tabla, Sunanda Sharma ji for vocals, Shinjini Kulkarni teaching Kathak. I teach sitar and instrumental music, and then we also have a Bollywood, because a lot of people are interested in Bollywood too. So we have this Bollywood dance, and so so we got this fort. So there's a music plus this fort, which you dream to, like, everybody dreams, like, when we go to a photo, wow, how the life has been when they used to live here, like, such a grandeur, such a big wall. So you stay 7 days in this place, and and then you go on excursions, explore these beautiful places, and then there is, there are concerts. For all the evening concerts, we have like a tea time performances. Then we have like a proper Rajasthani opening ceremony with the royal welcome to all the participants. And of course, the yoga, we start day with yoga meditation. And so, so it's, and then we go in desert, we do camel safaris, we go in the small villages to see the life of villagers and the crafts they do in pottery and this and that. So, so it's like a complete 1 week immersion in the Indian culture and the rag, the music and the culture and the tradition. So that's, it's all about Raaga Taala. I'm glad, and I'm really, thankful to all the people who are associated, and people who are been coming and supporting, and to to make my this dream come true. So I agree with you, not because uh, I do this, that every art lover should experience this once, because, and it's everything from food to the artist to to the all the activities. We have like a dawn concert at 5 o'clock in the. It's a winter mostly. It happens and it's a huge monuments, and in the dark the music start, and
Wow.
always it will be like sometimes we have Drupad, some Haveli Sangeet, classical, like and they no lighting, nothing. In the dark they don't see anyone who's playing and what. It's cold, but and the music started, and slowly the first ray of sun comes in,
Wow.
and slowly you open up the wall and you see there's a huge monument which is your backdrop, and then this side is a big castle, Mehrangarh Fort, and you export into a different you exported into a different world. So that kind of experiences I try to give people to and touch wood, good response. People wait for that, and we have people from all around the world coming for it, and from UK, France, Germany, Italy, Indonesia, China, US, Canada, and so this year we couldn't do it because of the current situation in pandemic. So the next dates are 13th of Feb to 20th of Feb 2022. So I hope we can uh, be out of this situation soon and come back to the normal life.
I was thinking, it's like a museum of your mind. So the creativity that you have inside you and how you've made it available to everyone, and that's a message for everybody in general, right? So when you have a good thought, or when you have something good that is happening inside of you, cultivate it in such a way that not just you but everybody else can benefit from your vision. So
yeah, this is what it's my dream, and I share with everyone, and I'm glad that people resonate with it, and it's a creative place, and a place for all the art lovers to be
so
shared,
beautiful. The
enjoyed.
place itself, I guess you said the right word. The vibrations of the place is so important, because every place that is popular, it has its own beautiful vibrations. And being in a
You,
place like
you
that,
imagine, there's like this fort, and we take the entire fort for 7 days. Nobody else coming in the fort, though is a hotel. So I take whole everything, and every corner having some music. In one corner there's Kathak class going, there's tabla, there's instrumental, sitar, Bollywood, and then we all gather for evening concerts. We have a different kind of music, and there are a lot of uh, uh, folk performances and world music and whatnot. So I try to give like whatever comes in my mind, whatever I could have like offered to people to take with them in their memories. So that's what it's all about. So it's for me, it's Raaga Taala Retreat is uh, a door which I open for people to be able to be in my dreams or in my mind and soul. So I hope people keep enjoying that, and thank you for talking about it.
no, my
And I'm
pleasure. And
looking
I'm
forward
really
to help
looking
you to
forward
the
to it.
next direction.
I'm sorry, I lost you for a second.
Yeah, I say I'm looking forward to having you for the next
I am
edition.
ready. I'm definitely ready to come, and you know how badly I want to be there as well. So for anybody that is interested, they can just go on the website, and on your website, and they can make a booking. Is that right?
Yeah, of course, there is a Facebook page called Raaga Taala Retreat. You can get all the info there, and there are email addresses, and of course you can also have a, because Creative Karma is the organization I founded, and uh, I'm running. So Creative Karma organize Raaga Taala Retreat. So if you want to get in touch with us, so creativekarma.net, is the website. You'll get all the info.
Excellent. Excellent. Just before I let you go, I have to ask you this one question. I know that we were just talking about your style of composition, your how you work with varied styles of music, world music, semi-classical, classical. What are your current creative offerings? I know that you're working on something very big right now. If you would like to talk about it.
Yeah, sure. I can talk about it. So, so it's thanks to pandemic. This started because you got a lot of free time. I was continuously busy with things. Like I try to keep doing things which, now this, what next, like. So I like to keep occupied myself and explore new, and all of a sudden, like I have the tour plan and this and that, and this pandemic hits, and like we didn't believe that this will go for years. So we thought like, okay, for a few months, this and that, and so okay, I was happy. Oh, now okay, no problem. For 3 months, maybe I do more good practice, and but then and slowly more months, we didn't realize that it's gonna go for such a long time. And then I so this one idea comes in my mind that I should do some a music season which is of which offers something a new way of presenting the music season, which is like, of course you have like a lot of people already doing and doing very nicely, like Cook Studio, of course, and MTV Unplugged and others. So I want to do something which is like, my way. So I'm starting this uh, new project called Temple of Art.
Wow,
I didn't
what a
disclose too
beautiful
much.
name.
I didn't disclose this name to on the people, but since talking about it, I tell you. So Temple of Art is 10 of my composition with 10 different stories, 10 videos, and we have some of the biggest name who's singing the songs. People like Hari Aranji, Javed Ali ji, Mame Khan, Saurabh Khan, and Ustad Rashid Khan Sahab.
Wow. Wow.
Also, we have Jodhpur, Anandi Joshi, Anu Shamani, and Vijay Prakash ji, and also hopefully one or two more names, which I will not take now because I have to record them once I will be back in India. So it's better to record and then announce their names. So they and this. So Temple of Art is like I like I've been composing from long time, and I have many songs which have been it's with me. I didn't release it, but for this particular project, I have created songs which are like which you can explore with different sounds. It's not just because generally if you compose songs, so it's like either Bollywood style in India or either you have like album style. So I wanted to incorporate a little bit of world music, fusion, and also melodies, which is like can be very peppy, very easy to register in people's mind. But inside, we will do our creativity because for me, it's like getting the vibration and the soul of some artist into my creativity. So he adds something to it. If so, there's like this connection of
High
his
energies.
energies. No? So that's how I incorporated it, and we com- did it. And so everything is live, no? So there's hardly like 10-15% of the tracks have the computer generated sound. 85 to 90% is what has been created through the real instruments by real musicians, not like computers or loops. And then we, so I wrote all the songs, also the lyrics I wrote for all the songs, all the 10 songs have a little stories, which I also wrote. And we shot already 7 songs in different locations, Rajasthan. And now once I'll be back after the tour, I will go to Himachal to shoot
Wow.
other songs. So, there's a different kind of, folk influences, world music influence, fusion, and the compositions are like, different, like a jazz. And so I'm doing my best, and I hope people will like it. And also in this, we featuring, different kind of art forms, different kind of artist, different kind of creative person, craftsman, painter, pottery, and whatnot. So I will say I will feature more than 250 artists in this season, from musicians to different kind of art form, like dancers to folk musicians to sculpture maker, a carpenter weaver, like pottery, or people who sand artist. So different kind of art forms will be featured in the video. So that's why it's a temple of art, because it does not talk about one kind of art form. We try to incorporate several kind of art form in it. So every artist can relate to it and can uh, associate with it, and maybe get to work in it someday. You never know. So that's why it's for, I'm creating for a wider artist community, just not for audience.
You
I
put it
hope.
so simply, but this is such a mammoth task. And like I was telling you earlier, when even anybody who knows you just for a little bit will know how beautiful your mind is. And for you to incorporate, I mean, just writing a song, composing, putting so many things together, the lineup of the artist, it's like raising a child, right? You want to make sure you feed the child the best food and put the child in the best school, the proper clothes, the everything, the environment has to be so perfect. So the labor of love, the result that comes out of it, it is going to be so beautiful. And I'm sure when it is released, you're
Please.
going to find tremendous success.
I hope so, because really it's a mammoth of work. Means uh, many sleepless night and continuous pressure to deal with many things. Financially, also, it's a huge project to to do it,
Absolutely.
and I'm just doing it right now by myself, because the problem little bit with me is like, when I see a dream and when I see a project, I want to do it my way. I don't care if it gets success, or if people like it or don't like it. I see it, so I want to do it my way. So I didn't approach any producers or record labels or companies to come. This is my idea. Will you finance it? Or so somehow I'm managing for months.
You don't want to compromise your creative freedom.
Yeah, so because I don't want to that the guy come and say, okay, you don't make video like this. I don't want you change the models or actors, or this singer, you use my singer. We have this company signed up singer.
Yes.
So for
Yes.
me, it's like I'm making the product. Later, see if you guys
Yes.
like it. Then, so I
Yes.
want to make this every year. Will be with the audience once it will be out. Um, then I will know if what I like, people like it or not.
I mean, the effort is there and the creativity is there and the best people are in the game. So why won't it be successful? You're going to see tremendous success, and I'm sending
Please,
you all the very best wishes, and I hope
with
it does
everyone's blessing.
even better than you have imagined. Life has a way of taking things, and it's really not in our control. And what is like out there for us, we can't even comprehend sometimes. So,
This is what I want to tell everyone, that if you see a dream, it's only you who can tell this world what was that dream. If you don't believe in that dream, it will never be a reality. So if you see a dream, stick to it. No matter how long you have to work on it, no matter how hard you have to work on it. If you want to see that in reality, don't give up. Never give up. Maybe for one dream, you have to give your life time. It's worth. If you see that dream and if you believe in it, in your guts, in your soul, go for it.
absolutely.
So persistency is very important in life.
Absolutely.
If you want
Absolutely.
to achieve something.
More power to you, and wish you all the very best. The nicest things happen. And I hope this project is super successful. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you at the Raaga Taala Retreat. And while we are on the show, I also want to extend my sincere thanks to Sanju Sahaiji, through whom I came to know of you. So it has been really wonderful getting to know you and talking to you, Imran Bhai. And all the very best. We will stay in touch.
No, thank you so much. Thank you so much for all the wonderful wishes and all the wonderful, words and energies you send. I really appreciate it, and really, I wish you too all the success and best wishes for Raaga Room. And it's a real pleasure for me to be here and talk with you. And really looking forward to see you in person at Raaga Taala Retreat, I hope.
Definitely, definitely, Imran Bhai. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
See you soon.
Namaste. See you.
Dear viewers, we thank you so much for joining us on this episode of the Raaga Room. We hope you continue to join us in our upcoming episodes where the soul listens as notes speak. For more information, please check our website www.theragaroom.com. Thank you and have a wonderful day.